an eargasm of learning and a no-fuss show. Welcome to the Creative Talk Podcast, where you can learn straightforward topics about branding, digital entrepreneurship, online business, and many more with your charming host, John Santos, along with inspiring entrepreneurs, creators, and thought leaders worldwide.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. This is our weekly live stream on Instagram. This is a free form version of our podcast that is continuously pushing new episodes, new interviews on YouTube and on LinkedIn. Also, we are going to push content on Twitch. It's a live stream on Twitch. So this live on Instagram is one of our weekly release of content. Tapping onto Instagram, playing with the live feature, and just connecting with everyone. It's also a natural way of connecting with everyone. Outside the limited boxed podcast format, so that this year 2024 it's more of building relationship, reaching out, making engagement, making connection, just like this. We have Vincent Peely to join. So we're not aiming for a huge number of people that will join the live stream. It's not the point. The point is just tapping on the feature, me sharing out of the box, behind the scene, some perspectives, the Jan behind Creative Talk Podcast. But this will be saved and this will be repurposed so that we can push it outside. We can push it as an episode for the podcast. I want to talk about by the way, I will be sharing some insight. This will not be like the TCT episode, the podcast episode that we're running 45 to an hour, and then specials for 30 minutes. This will not be that way. This is just me sharing my insight, sharing my daily adventure. Like what I've said, the behind the scene of the host of the Creative Talk Podcast, things like that. And then if you want to join, you want to throw in some topics, you want to join and throw in some questions, we can talk about it. That will really, help someone or help you or might help me as well. I have some messages sent to me. These are from the podcast episodes that I receive a lot of messages and there is no way I can answer them on a single episode, especially when you have an interview guest, a guest for an interview. All the questions are connected to their journey, so it's very hard to throw in some questions that can be not focus on their expertise, right? So the message were, I saved them thinking that I want someday to answer all of those questions. Maybe not me, have someone to really answer it for me. So that was last year. Now 2024, this is one of the move that we are making to really answer and address those questions. And one of those questions is about productivity. So I wrote it down. It's a long question, but I try to, get the main point. And it's all about productivity. You need to maximize yourself. So the question is, what to do to really bring yourself to the next level in terms of productivity? What can you do to improve oneself? All right. So that's a very general question, because obviously one thing of improving yourself is having a healthy lifestyle. That's a generic answer, where you can exercise, where you can really have a routine, eating good food, consuming healthy stuff. On the opposite, trying to move away from unhealthy stuff. Like, if you are smoking, if you're drinking, I'm no holy person to say don't do that, but you are investing in something that can harm your body. And I am no health guru. Guys, that's just a commercial. All right? One thing I can give you in terms of that question is focusing on discipline. All right? So we have Vincent here again, shout out, and we have M41 joining. Wow, I love that name. M41, that sounds like a rifle. M4A MK18. That is just so cool. For you to pick that name, I love it. I love it. I'm a gamer. I should have thought that. Like using my name, Jan MK18, Jan M4, and thing like that. Maybe stupid, but I love it. I love it. So going back, um, yeah, my take on that answer question about productivity. How can you bring yourself to the next level in terms of productivity? Is having you need to focus on discipline, right? You need to just invest in discipline. And when I say about discipline, everybody wants to do more. Everybody wants to be efficient, and everybody wants really to improve their productivity. But nobody stops and think about, wait, I need to have a proper discipline. Proper discipline in the way you think, proper discipline in the way you live your life, and that covers what you eat, what you drink, the people you spend time with, the things that you do that consumes your time. Things like that. That's a lot. That's a lot. I will not dig into those things, like a preacher and just give you the word discipline. You need to have proper discipline, right? And that starts with the right mindset. Again, everything starts with an idea. All right, I want to change. I want to bring myself to the next level. I want to improve. I want to have this 100% productivity. I don't know if that's possible, but if you will really strive to be productive and bring yourself to the next level, then that's good because you're thinking about that. The next thing to do is implement that change. Start with, I want to start focusing on discipline. That will be your parameter. That will be your guidelines for you to really be on point. That will be your checker, so to speak. All right. And it could be, discipline, like what I've said earlier, discipline in focusing on physical fitness, right? Discipline in right mindset, discipline in the food you take, discipline in the people that you spend time with, the things that you do. Are you wasting your time watching TV or like scrolling on social media? Again, that's not bad. Like for me, that's what I do. That's my business. I run an agency. Aside from the podcast, and social media is my best friend. Me spending time with it is really my daily thing. But there's discipline, right? So well, it works for me. When I wake up, I don't just jump on my phone and check emails and things like that. I have a routine to follow that keeps me, functioning well. Because without discipline, you'll get lost. You'll get sucked in the void, and that will just be messed up. Right. So I mentioned earlier about, mindset, and you cannot be productive without being healthy, right? And again, I am no health guru, but tell you honestly, I've been in this industry. Well, I started since 2009, so you do the math. Podcasting, creative content. It's not the term used before. It was, the term creative content it was not that before. It was like multimedia, media. And podcasting was there, but it was like exclusive for Apple. They were the gods of that. And I was there already, not running my own podcast, but for someone else. But the point is, when I started my career in that industry, in this industry, one thing that keeps me, I don't know, productive or alert or on point is coffee. And because you're gonna be spending, well, back then I didn't have like a team, a massive team like what I have now. I do it alone. I do it by myself. So I finish editing late night, and then you need to wake up early because another adventure starts, new projects, things like that. And back then, guys, you will transfer file and it will take like forever. Like 1 gig will take you what, 3 days to download, and we will, like, literally we will turn on the computer and let it, like 6 a.m., let it transfer. The internet was not that fast before as well, so it would take like time. It will take time to transfer files. Peter Grapit, Gapit, Peter Gapit. Sorry if I butchered your name, but welcome for joining. This is Jan Santos of the Creative Talk Podcast, sharing my adventure. If you're familiar with my podcast, we release episodes about entrepreneurship, creativity, creative content, and everything. Weekly, one episode on YouTube. We do it live stream, and it is being released on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. But this live on Instagram is not that. This is more of me having a chat, having a conversation with people that I don't know, which is weird. No, the social media people online. There you go. That's a term. Me just being relaxed and just sharing me behind the scene. I think there's a lot of people that looks for people to talk to, people to listen to, people to connect with. So this could be that. If you're not doing anything, or if you're doing something and you just want to listen, learn something new, contribute something new to help other people, help me, help yourself. This is a safe platform. You can always check my Instagram, and I've always been authentic to whoever connects with me. I always have this mindset that if you want to be successful, you need to help someone to achieve success. So again, that's a commercial for Peter Gapit, I don't know, that joined. That's an overview of what this is all about. Maybe you're thinking, what the heck is he doing? And who is this guy? All right, so going back. So yeah, I was in the industry for so long, and it would take forever to transfer files. The internet is not that fast, and the device back in 2009, man, it is bad. But again, at that time, that was the best. So we'll open it, let it transfer, let it run, da 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 da. The point is, I need to stay awake to check. Maybe after 4 hours, a cockroach fall on the keyboard and accidentally press stop or cancel, things like that. Series of unfortunate events. All right, so I need to stay awake, and I can only do that by consuming coffee. And lo and behold, the addiction started. Coffee addict, yes. Long before Starbucks came, it was an addiction. Just coffee, coffee, coffee. And yes, it works. You'll keep it, you'll be awake, you'll be alert, you'll be really, really focused. But, and again, guys, I'm no medical expert, I am no health guru, but I'm just sharing my experience. It really messed up my sleeping pattern. I can't sleep properly, probably because of all the caffeine intake. I don't know. There's no medical explanation in my experience. I never, ended to a hospital and having me checked up, things like that. But whenever I stop drinking coffee, I can sleep better. But that is only few times because I need to be alert and I need to be focused. I need to be productive enough, right, to the next level. So that's what I do. Non-stop coffee, and I loved it, especially when the new age of coffee era started. Starbucks revolutionized everything. The computer just died. Um, Hot coffee, cold, iced, over iced, things like that. Plus with, more flavors means sugar. We are up and we are ready. Energy. Boom. Kaboom. That is really kaboom. Yeah, I've been trying to find ways to keep my energy levels up. That could be sugar. That could be coffee. But it was not cutting off, At that time, there's no other option. I don't know what to do. It works. Yeah, I'm awake. It could be worse. Some of my colleagues are smoking alongside coffee. So that is something, nothing against smokers, but again, if you invest something in your body at one point in your life, you will really feel the effects of that, right? So imagine I'm a coffee addict, I'm a coffee drinker, and there are effects, right? Imagine if you will add like cigarettes or other vices. It could really, worsen some effects in your body. There are consequences. So you really need to focus on that. But, good thing that I was not hooked on that. Shout out to the spoiledwife.ph for joining. Welcome. This is Jan Santos of the Creative Talk Podcast, sharing my journey, the behind the scene of the Creative Talk Podcast, which we release weekly on YouTube. So we're talking about how to be more productive, and this is I'm not just gonna answer you because I'm not a guru, but I'm sharing my experiences on how to be productive, and one way for me is to focus on discipline, right? And this is a backstory of me sharing my story in discipline and productivity. So I started 2009 and was a coffee addict until what? Last month? Huh. So that's 2023, right? Yeah. So yeah, I was like, I can't sleep. I can't sleep. It's sort of like a battery. I don't know if you guys are anybody in the stream that is addicted to coffee, and I just use the word addictive. All right, it's not something negative. If you love coffee like I do, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not dissing coffee or coffee drinkers. I love coffee, man. I'm just using the word addictive because the reason why I use that term is because I cannot perform without it. Like when I wake up, I need to get at least like a small amount of coffee because if not, I will have a bad headache and it will mess up my whole day. Right? So that's for me, it's an addiction. You cannot perform without something. Oopsie, sorry. Yeah. So there you go. And then lo and behold, I started, well, it just came, it was a blessing, all right? To tell you honestly, I didn't even know how uh how it all happened, how it connected. I started, I was given an opportunity to experience this product, all right? And I'm not selling anything. obviously I'm not promoting them in a way, but I'm just sharing how this changed my life so far. All right. And obviously, I don't control you guys. Nobody can control you, especially in this free world. You know, you have free media and stuff. You can easily turn away, and you can easily spot if someone is, preparing to sell you something, or, start the networking, or, have you subscribe, or have you do this, or have you do that. If you are familiar with the Creative Talk podcast, that's not how we do things. All right. The Anam name. Sorry if I butchered your name, but thank you for joining. You are welcome here. This is a safe spot. My name is Jan Santos of the Creative Talk podcast. This is not the episode runs. This is me sharing stories behind the scene of the Creative Talk podcast. So our topic is about productivity, how to bring yourself to the next level. And my take on that is focus on discipline, right? Fars Kitchen, welcome for joining. Wow, we have a lot. I was not expecting that, because I don't know. It was like, this is the first time that we do live on Instagram, and the algorithm really is different back to where we started Instagram. And to see all of those new faces here, well, thank you. Thank you for joining, and, having a great conversation of, me sharing my journey. This is really heartwarming. Thank you. Thank you for staying, guys. Like, you guys are you guys are really here, and you guys are really staying. And it seems to be that I'm saying something with sense, right? So there you have it. Coffee addict for so long, and then I was given an opportunity to try this product. The reason why I'm saying the word product is I don't want to mention the name yet. All right, so I'm building momentum, so to speak. All right, so I try. First, I was skeptic because, you know why? All right, let's spill the beans. All right, let's spill the beans. Um, I was given an opportunity to try Magic Mind. Magic Mind. Well, you can always type in Magic Mind on Instagram, so you can check it for yourself. All right, I'm not gonna waste my time promoting, um, you know, the product features and everything. It's not how it works. This is an authentic space for you and me where we talk about, life, and behind the scenes, the adventure. So let's focus on the story more. All right, but this is the part where I was given an opportunity to try Magic Mind. If you want to know more about what Magic Mind is, please do type it on Instagram. Search at Magic Mind. They have an Instagram. They have content. You can check it, and you can see what the heck is Magic Mind all about. What do they do? Or type it on Google. That will pop up. You can check it out. What is Magic Mind? All right, so my take on that is I was given an opportunity to try Magic Mind. Now, it's like a productivity shot. It comes with like small packs. No, it's one pack with like teeny weeny bottles. All right, teeny weeny bottles. And at first I was like skeptic because it's matcha. I don't know, guys, if you know what matcha is. It's aside from it's green, right? So it's matcha. And I don't drink matcha. I know what matcha is, but I don't drink matcha. But, let's try something new. All right? So, and I am the person who does not read instructions and just, jump in right away, which, by the way, you don't need to do. The instructions are there, and there's a reason for that. But no, John Santos, no, I don't read instructions. I jump on it right away. And I got the bottle. It's like this small. I should have like brought it here with me. open the bottle, shake it, open, boom, drink it. Ugh. Because it was supposed to be chilled, right? But here's where the magic started. After I drank that small bottle of Magic Mind, and tell you, I didn't check the instructions, I didn't check the website, I didn't read anything, right? All I know, it's a drink, it's a productivity. Oh no, it's a booster, it's an energy drink, a healthy thing version. So I tried it, and then boom. It just so happened I have like a podcast schedule, not a live stream like this, but a podcast scheduled and an interview. Um, bi- the usual thing that we do is we scan guest. My team scans the guest, and then we have a on off cam interview with the special guests or possible special guest for the show, and then the actual on cam recording of the podcast that will be live stream on Twitch, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube as main platform, and on LinkedIn. So imagine that. Usually, I cannot perform interviews, podcast recordings without a cup of coffee. I finish the interviews, I finish podcast recordings with 2 to 4 cups of coffee. And after that, I am so drained, I am so tired. But, I was surprised I was not looking for any push of caffeine. And I finished the interviews, I finished the podcast recording without drinking coffee. And and it my you know my energy was, well, I was not like boosting energy, but I was performing well. So I said, all right, what is this? What is this, that really change how I work, right? So there you go. I should read the manual, the instruction. So I check what the package says about the product, and I found out that Magic Mind, it improves your, not your mindset, but your productivity, your focus, because it contains matcha, right? I mentioned about matcha, and I made a research about matcha. And again, I'm no medical expert, I'm no health guru, but one of the main ingredients, there's a lot of ingredients of Magic Mind, and one of the main ingredients of Magic Mind is matcha. Hence, the trademark color green. You can see this on Starbucks. You can see this on all the other beverages out there. So what matcha is, and I put it here, it contains way less caffeine than coffee. So again, I'm no expert, but wow, it contains, and this is the game changer here, guys. It contains way less caffeine than coffee, and also contains additional compound called, I'm sorry if I butchered this, catechin. All right. Now the catechin that expands and extends the benefit of caffeine. Okay, but it absorbs it well, so that you won't get stressed. The stress level, if you're drinking coffee, is high because it keeps you from sleeping. It keeps you away from resting. But with matcha and that catechin, that extends the benefit of caffeine. So you're getting the power of caffeine by slowing your body's ability to absorb it, as well as a compound called L-theanine. Sorry if I wrote it down. That's why I'm looking here. L-theanine, which reduces stress. All right. So for all those health gurus out there, you can bash me. You can double check this. You can cross reference it. but that is matcha. And you can find this on Google. You can find this on medical sites. I just wrote it down, copy paste it, wrote it down, and shared it to you because I was blown away how Magic Mind performed. All right. So after that incident, it didn't happen all at once. I started reading how, the best way to use Magic Mind. So you can either put it, you can either chilled it, keep it cold, ice, thing like that. You can mix it with coffee, or if you like, I find it best to drink it solo because it's so delicious. When it's like chilled, like super cool. All right, so that works for me. If you don't want, guys, I don't even love matcha. I don't even drink matcha, but with Magic Mind, I have it so cold, pop it up, boom, drink it. Like it's just this small. It works for me. All right, so I started like drinking every day. Right before I start my podcast and everything, my interviews, my work, my email, started drinking it, and you know what happens? It really makes me more productive and focused. Um, in I feel that it makes me more productive and focused and more efficient. I can do more. I can do more uh and not get that tired. You still get tired but not exhausted, if you know what I mean. With coffee before, you can do the same thing. You can be productive by consuming more, but when that caffeine goes down, it wears off, you'll feel exhausted, and it's either you get another dose, another shot, so to speak. You need the charge. But with Magic Mind, one pop, boom. I finish a lot of task on hand, feel more productive, and really, you will be focused. You have your mindset focused. It's just get clearer. It helps me remember and recall things. That's very important, especially when running a podcast. You have like details, topics, questions you need to craft while you're talking to someone. You have a series of lines. Well, that's how I do things. I have like series of lines, series of blocks that I need to focus on, questions I need to craft based on what the guest is saying or sharing. So Magic Mind helps me. This productivity shot helps me remember and recall things, right? And it's really working on your memory, right? It's really working on your memory, and I'm excited. Again, I shared to you a while ago. I only started it last month. That's basically last year, 2023. Now it's 2024 January, and I'm excited how more can I grow in terms of productivity, in terms of focusing my mindset, my focus, my memory, my stamina. And because I'm just beginning. But guys, this is just me sharing my adventures so far in connection to the question about productivity, right? So there you have it. That was I intended it to be a long story because on the regular podcast, we're limited to 1 hour. And obviously, this live stream on Instagram, the behind the scene, the journey of me connecting to you people, is more of the long version, not thinking about time and everything, but me really sharing. This is an authentic way of me connecting and giving insights and giving my story and sharing you my journey, right? So this is me sharing my experience of Magic Mind, my experience of that amazing product, Magic Mind, in connection to the question about productivity, right? And again, I am no medical expert. You can bash me, you can cross-reference the product, you can throw in comments that, hey, you're saying nonsense. That's not true. Matcha is this, coffee is that. I don't care. We are all intended to share our story. Again, spit the good, eat the bad. If it works for you, then why not dig in? If it doesn't, turn the other way and move forward. All right? Respect is all that matters. Love, kindness, and generosity. Going back, that's my adventure with Magic Mind. It really helped me focus more. It really helped me in terms of memory. Not that I have memory loss, but you can say that it helped me become more sharper in terms of me running my podcast. Plus, this is the most important thing that I loved with Magic Mind. When I started Magic Mind, it helps me to sleep better. Yeah, and I that is a treasure. That is the most valuable thing that I experienced this 2024, this early 2024, this month, January, because it helped me to sleep more, to relax more. And the matcha, you can search about matcha and why it helps you boost your memory, why it helps you remember things, why it helps you focus more, and why it helps you to sleep better. It's up to you. It's one touch button, so to speak. You can check why. But for me, Magic Mind is amazing because not only it helps me focus more, remember more, me being efficient, but it also allows me to sleep better. That is the magic there. Wow, that's like the magic of Magic Mind. All right. So, here's another magic, all right? Me as a podcaster, me as the host of the Creative Talk podcast. Hey, Benjamin Viv or Vive. Sorry for butchered your name. Thank you for joining. All right, so here is another magic. Me as a podcaster and me sharing with you my experience and my journey, my adventure with Magic Mind. The productivity shot. I don't know. It's an energy booster, a healthy energy booster that will keep you productive. Focus your mindset, help you sleep. It works for me, guys. If you want to rest properly, sleep normally, enhance your productivity in terms of focus, memory, try Magic Mind. The reason why I'm saying that, because again, my story so far, it works for me. It is amazing. Actually, I should say it is magical because it's Magic Mind. All right, so another magic. Having said that, another magic. If you want to try Magic Mind, all right? I'm not selling, but I will give you something if you want to try it and experience it yourself. Again, the best way to prove, don't take my word for it, try it, all right? That's the beauty of the free media, the creative economy industry that we are all in right now. You cross-check, you check, right? I forgot to mention when I was surprised of how Magic Mind works for me, I cross-check it, right? I've read the instructions, the manual, the website, the socials, Instagram, their profile. I saw Joe Rogan. If you don't know who Joe Rogan is, you're living in a rock. One of the biggest Spotify podcaster on Spotify, used to be an Apple podcast, exclusive, guys. Like, boom, he's there. Talking about Magic Mind, like, wow, all right, so they have a solid portfolio, they have a solid brand. And if you don't know Joe Rogan's background, before he became a podcaster, he was a host, right, from entertainment. It's a channel. It was a channel about lifestyle. But he is also a UFC fighter, not professionally, but he trains. I think he's like if I'm not mistaken, a brown belt or black belt level 1 on jiu-jitsu. So he's really into fitness, mindset, and discipline. And he talks about Magic Mind. He uses Magic Mind. And so for me, loving Joe Rogan, I was like, whoa, if this guy that's heavily invested in physical activities healthy lifestyle and improving himself, wow, I need to check that out too. All right, so I want to help you guys. Hearing that, try it out. All right. This January, this month, Magic Mind will help you crush your goals and bring it to the next level. Completing those resolutions early this year by being focused. Well, for me, I would change that by sleeping more, sleeping properly, having a good memory, being efficient, productive, and having a quality rest, a good sleep. That is what Magic Mind is offering you, this month, this year. All right. So you get 1 month free when you subscribe for 3 months at, let me read this one for you, http www.magicmind.com slash Jan Creative Talk. That is my special gift to you. Guys, I don't get a percentage. This is not an affiliation. This is not an affiliate program. I don't get percentage discounts, a penny from this promotion. I am just here to tell you that if you want to try, because listening to my story, sleeping properly, enhancing your memory, boosting your efficiency, and not getting stressed, at least lessen up the stress levels, try Magic Mind, because that works for me. I tried Magic Mind, people like Joe Rogan and a lot more. Try it. Athletes, TEDx speakers, guys. If you want to boost your productivity, try Magic Mind. And I'm not just saying you to try it, I'm offering you a January promo because it's connected to my podcast, so that I can offer you a special promo that you get 1 month free if you are to subscribe for 3 months at Magic Mind. So where will you type in for subscription? www.magicmind.com slash, don't forget the slash, Jan Creative Talk. All right, that's Jan uppercase Creative Talk. All right, one word, Creative Talk. www.magicmind.com slash Jan Creative Talk. And with my code Creative20. So that's Creative 20. Creative20. So it's either you go and type in magicmind slash Jan Creative Talk, or with my code Creative20, you get 20% discount off. Right? This only lasts until the end of January. We're still early. Guys, we're still early. Right? You get the discount, you get to try the product, you get to experience the magic of Magic Mind. So that's me saying, guys, if you want to bring your brand, your business to the next level, you want to be productive, you want to start something new, you want to boost yourself, try Magic Mind. I did, and I'm loving it. It helped me enhance my memory. It helped me become efficient. It helped me sleep properly. Man, that for me is amazing. And I'm not saying that's the only magic you will experience. There's a lot more. It depends on your adventure. It depends on your journey. But guys, this is me sharing my journey, because this is what this live stream is all about. This is me sharing my story, my journey behind the scene, behind the podcast, behind the brand. This is a safe space for you and me. Again, you can share your opinions, you can share your comments, your negative reactions if you have any. But, it's just me saying that Magic Mind really created a new way of efficiency for me, and it works. And it's still, I'm excited to see what else that will happen. So I want you to experience that also. So please go to www.magicmind.com/jancreative or use my code creative20. You will get an extra 20% off. All right. And that promo is only until the end of January. We're still early. Try it out. You will be amazed of how Magic Mind works. You want to check them out? Type at Magic Mind on Instagram, Google. You'll see their website. You'll see people like Joe Rogan, TEDx speakers, athletes that are really enjoying the magic of what Magic Mind offers. All right, guys. So that is my take on the question about productivity. There's a lot of ways, but again, start with having a proper discipline, having a sound mind, focus on what you need to do and why you need to do it. Discipline is everything. And then, things like discipline on healthy lifestyle, the food that you take, the beverage that you invest in, the people that you meet, the time that you spend, the things that you buy, discipline covers it all. All right. And Magic Mind, the productivity shot, the healthy way of boosting and bringing your brand to the next level is just one of them. But without discipline, it will not work. All right. So this is another journey on Instagram. Thank you for everyone that stayed and joined. Vincent Peely, M41, Peter Gapit, the spoiled wife.ph, Mr. Vyas 2002, the The Anameme. Sorry if I butchered your name. Love you so much. Far's Kitchen, Benjamin Vive, Makechi. Thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. And please try Magic Mind, or at least check them out and then comment what your experience is about Magic Mind or what your thoughts about it. Maybe you've tried it and I want to know more so that we can help more people. All right. Or your take on productivity, how you bring your brand to the next level in terms of productivity, how to become more productive this 2024. Guys, thank you. And next week, another story, another sharing here on Instagram Live. Thank you. Always remember, have a positive outlook in life, smile, and God bless. This is your year. 2024 is your time to go to the next level. You are a winner. It's your time to be a winner. Love you all. Whoop whoop. God bless. Bye.
Thank you for being with us here on the Creative Talk Podcast. I'm your host, John Santos. Don't forget to listen and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. See you again, always.